So it's back to book writing today, and today's chapter is all about the health stool. Now, stool is stacking stool, not stool is in the other way before you think, but it all makes sense if you carry on listening or watching. Thank you as always for your support, and let's get started. Welcome back to consecutive day 1416 of a diary of a runpreneur. If you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon run vlogging on consecutive days, distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style, then do give this subscribe, share, like and comment. Any engagement gets us in front of more people, raises more money and saves more children's lives, which is every reason I put myself through this every single day. Thank you as always. Let's get started. So, consecutive day 1416 of a diary of a runpreneur. And today's topic is the next section of the book, which is the health stool. So, as you've probably gathered from the content so far in this book, this is about one of the stacking stools, and this is the first one at the very, very bottom. It's the health stool, and the stool itself, the platform is the health stool, and then it's made up of three legs or three pillars, which make up the kind of ecosystem of health. And the reason this is so important is because if you're not healthy, then don't take on the world of entrepreneurship. It's probably not going to be the right one for you if you're struggling with health conditions. I'm not saying that there aren't kind of exceptions to the rule, but it all starts with your health. There's people who spend so much time and focus in their lives on material items, on all sorts of crazy things out there. But the reality is, we only get one set of health metrics. And the challenge and the frustration is that so many people take that for granted. And it's only when something happens to either yourself or your nearest and dearest that you then start to appreciate your health metrics. And it's often too late if you go to that level. So, so all I'm going to do today is introduce you to the health stool and the kind of three pillars or the three legs or the three foundational components of what makes up the health stool. And then over the course of the next few sections, we'll be covering each of the foundations or the legs in much more detail. So, what makes up the health stool? Well, it's made up quite easily. It's made up of your physical health, it's made up of your mental health, and it's made up of your coping mechanism for dealing with stress. They're the three things. Okay, these are the three things I've studied, I've learnt. They're equally as important as one another, as with are all the foundations or the legs of every stool that I discuss in this book. But the health is the most important, without a shadow of a doubt. Nothing else matters if you don't have your health. So that's something to really, really take home from this. So I'll touch on each of the different legs in terms of what kind of comes within these sections, and we'll dive a lot deeper on several subsections of each, because it's a really, really important section, this. And people might think, oh, I'll skip ahead of this, are the ones that will ultimately neglect their health. If you get this stuff right, it puts you in the position to operate at an optimal level. If you don't get this stuff right, you'll be kind of sluggish, you'll be struggling with motivation, with the demands of a successful life. Quite often there's a lot of work and effort that goes into building a successful life, of whatever that means to you. But the challenge ultimately is to not skip the stools. I mean, when you look at the different stools you have to stack upon one another to reach what is success to you, what is happiness to you, there's going to be several stools you need to stack. And you can't stack the top stool without having all of the other stools underneath it in place. So you can't kind of skip sections here, which is really, really important. So, as I've said, the three kind of legs that make up the health stool. Physical health. So, physical health covers no end of things like your nutrition, your hydration, your rest, your level of exercise. All these types of things play a part in what we classify as your physical health. And your mental health, it's about how your mind works. Are you learning? Are you continuing to develop your mind? You're either progressing or you're regressing, and in that I mean the mental sense. So it's really important to keep an active mind, which is so powerful into whatever you're going to be building in your stacking school system for success. And then the coping mechanism for stress is one that a lot of people don't talk about, but stress is a silent killer. It's the one that takes so many people down, and there's a lot of things we can do proactively to reduce the impact of stress. It's people that don't have a coping mechanism, which are the ones that struggle with kind of stress-related conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, to name a few of so many that are kind of instigated or a catalyst from what stress creates. And a coping mechanism could be any number of things. It could be therapy, it could be meditation, it could be listening to music, it could be going for a walk, it could be so many different things. And I'll cover this section in great detail when we come to it. But they're the three foundational legs in an introduction. In the next sections, I'm going to kind of dive deep into what kind of constitutes the makeup of each of these legs and how important they are and how you need to have something in place for each of them. So this is a step-by-step process. Don't take shortcuts. You take shortcuts, you'll stack something too heavy on the stool underneath that hasn't got the leg strong enough, and it'll all come crumbling down. Believe you me, it's happened to me before, and I wouldn't want it to happen to you. So that's it for me today. The learnings from my diary for today are simply, don't take shortcuts. Life is a journey. Enjoy the journey, embrace the journey, and don't try and take shortcuts, because quite often in life, unless the shortcut is a productivity hack, which is something that is not kind of cutting corners, so to speak, if it's a way to speed up progress, it's very different. But if you cut corners and take shortcuts, which are like cheating the system, karma will come back and get you, and it will bring you crashing down. Believe you me, it's happened to me several times. So I hope that's useful. Any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. Do please remember that if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days of distance for the world, please do give this a subscribe, share, like, and follow. The more people we get in front of, the more money we raise, and ultimately the more children's lives we save, which is every reason I put myself through this every single day. So thank you for your support as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.